Well, here it is, guys. You wanted it and you voted for it, so here's a tour of my new office. Let's start with, if you're not playing this, you're an idiot. Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, even the elf's playing it. Don't screw up my game. I've been torturing him a lot lately. A whole bunch of my Harley Quinn's statues that my wife has bought me over the years. I also got a whole bunch of Joker ones as well. And a small collection of Poison Ivy that I'm working on. It's funny, I realized I never actually did one of these for my old office, but when I was going to do the big move, because this is actually a lot bigger, this actually used to be our bedroom. But we had to move some things around for reasons I won't get into. Mainly because I had the idea, my wife agreed with it, and it worked out. But anyway, but doing conventions and collecting stuff, I mean, as you can see, I'm a huge Joker fan. I mean, you all saw my cosplay from Rhode Island Comic Con as the Joker. I don't do that very often because I don't like shading. And then I got my Harley Quinn stuff over here. This is one of my new favorite pieces right here. Signed by Tara Strong. That was pretty sick. I just got that a few weeks ago. Up here, I have Arkham Origins Joker, which was signed by Troy Baker at Granite Con 2017. He was a cool dude, too. Over here, I've got Batman himself, Kevin Conroy. Yeah, signed that at Rhode Island Comic Con a few years ago, actually. I want to say 4 years ago. He was just there this year too, but I had already met him and I wanted to meet Tara Strong, so. But I did get John DiMaggio's autograph because, let's face it, Bender is friggin' awesome. And a funny thing is, I was actually dressed as the Joker when I met him and not Tara Strong. Hey, he played the Joker, so it counts. Here's another autograph I have that I haven't gotten framed yet. A good friend of mine actually got me this. It's Stone Sour. Anybody, like I said, anybody who follows me knows that I pretty much worship Corey Till and the ground he walks on. I'm a huge Slipknot fan. I'm a huge Stone Sour fan. Anytime they come to town, I always go see them. But I didn't actually get these autographs. Like I said, my friend Steve actually went and got the whole band and signed it for me, which is awesome. But I want to meet them. You know what I mean? I want to, especially Corey. I want to meet them and get new autographs. I actually have. It's not here, it's not hung up. I actually have a magazine cover with Chris Jericho and Corey Taylor on the cover. And I got Chris Jericho to sign it years ago. He actually said, I'm going to sign it on the Corey Taylor side. So I actually got a Corey Taylor to sign the Chris Jericho side. It's actually packed away right now. But once I get both autographs, I'm going to frame it and put it up too. So yeah. Here's some more stuff I've gotten signed. I got Edge up here. I met him at World of Wheels in Boston few years ago. I'm not exactly sure when. This is one of my favorites. This is Macho Man Randy Savage. He released a rap album back in, over 10 years ago, I think now. And he was doing a signing at FYE, and I got to meet him. Let's face it, the album wasn't great, but it was the Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm so happy I got to meet him. Especially, when he passed away a few years later, so it was kind of one of those, I'm really glad I got the chance. I never got Roddy Piper's autograph. I do have his pop right here with The Undertaker. I did get to meet Roddy Piper, though, which was really cool. It was actually a few months before he passed away, so it was another one of those I was really thankful I got to meet him. Diamond Dallas Page, he's actually been around a lot lately, but I actually got that at World of Wheels back when I was like a teenager, probably back in high school. This is another one of my favorites, too. I got Eric Bischoff. Now, mind you, that was at Super Mega Fest. Ric Flair, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Mick Foley. There was quite a few great wrestlers there. And my wife says, "Oh, who do you want to get autographed?" I was like, "I want to meet Eric Bischoff." I mean, people think I'm weird, but he was awesome. Let's face it. WCW was amazing because of him. Down here, I have Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's a funny story. I never actually met him. Shiny Doctor was waiting in line to meet him, dressed as Negan, and my wife actually went and stood with him. It was Rhode Island Comic Con, I think 1 or 2 years ago. But when he signed the picture for him, he didn't like the way it came out. The marker was starting to die, so he's like, you know what, give me another marker. So he signed another one for him. So they got 2, so my wife and I got to keep one, which is still pretty awesome. I also got Kane Hodder, who actually punched me in the chest, but it was worth it. And one of my absolute favorites right here, Tyler Mane from Rob Zombie's Halloween, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I got to meet him, and it's really weird because I don't meet people very often who are taller than me. So I rolled out my poster and said, hey, will you sign this for me? And he said, sure, no problem. In fact, I'm going to sign it across my own ass. That was a great show. That was TerrorCon 2017. I wanted to get Scout Tyler and the rest of them, but it really came down to I didn't make as much money as I'd hoped, so I had to pick one, so I had to go with Tyler Mane. It would have been great to meet, like I said, you know, Scott Tyler Compton or Malcolm McDowell. But, you know, I had to make a choice, so I got him. Another one I actually got last year at Rhode Island Comic Con 2017 was this one right here. I met Sting, who was like my favorite wrestler for years when I was a kid. Still is today. That was really cool, and it's so funny because I know I've said in like Con Artists in the past that I would never get a belt signed, but it was one of those situations where I have the big gold, and if anybody was going to sign it, it was going to be Sting. I actually might go back someday if I get a chance and have Ric Flair sign the other side, because if you remember the Ric Flair versus Sting matches from way back, those were some of the best matches. Seriously, if you have the network, if you can watch any of them or even go on YouTube, they are always so amazing. They just do such great work in the ring together. I also, well, you saw I got the big gold belt. I also got this one. I actually got that when Toys R Us was going out of business. I got it for like $50. It's not my favorite belt, but in the grand scheme of things, for $50, yeah, I definitely take it. Because this is that one was based on CM Punk's design, the scratch belt, before they redid it again. So let's see what else. Real quick, because I'll say it now before people notice in the video. I also have a couple of cosplayer picture signed pictures. I got Kristen Kiltastic, who I've never met. She lives, you know, 3/4 of the way to the country away from me. But I won one of her contests a while back because I've talked to her a bunch of times online. Like I said, we don't know each other personally, but there's a group she has, and she did contests, and I actually won a couple prints from her. So she sent me a couple, and she does such really great work. So I hung them up and framed them. I mean, she personalized them for me. So, but she's a really great cosplayer. If you follow her, Kristen Kiltastic. I also got one of Vera Bambi up here. That was another one. She did a contest on Instagram. So I was like, screw it. I was having a really bored day at work, so I was like, screw it, I'll try it. And all of a sudden she messages me like the next day, like, hey, by the way, you won. I was like, I did? So she actually sent me 3 prints. I swap them out every now and then. Right now it's her Mario, once again, you know, also autographed. A lot of great cosplayers out there. So yeah, that's them. But let's move on. Here is my spirit pack. As you know, or anybody who follows me knows, I'm a member of the Bridgewater Triangle Ghostbusters with Shiny Doctor, Budget Deadpool, and our friend Jeff. This is just a rehook. I actually stole this idea from Shiny Doctor. But hey, it works. The spirit pack gets a lot of crap, but I'm going to tell you right now, I like it. It's smaller than, you know, a real pack is, obviously, but to be honest, I can't afford a real big pack, and I tried to build one once. It didn't come out that great, so you gotta make do with what you got. You know, my brother, Budget Deadpool, he goes by Budget Deadpool because he likes to cosplay on a budget. So, but I mean, we've done little things like, you know, we made the lenses red. You can see here there's some slime. You know, give it just a kind of slimed up, beat up look. You can see all the. I use like a silver paint pen to make it look like it was all chipped. There are more upgrades I want to make to it. Oh yeah, here's my Star-Lord jacket. I mean, I'm Stro-Lord. But in here is actually all of my cosplay stuff, so I'm going to show you real quick. It's a bit messy in here, yeah, but here's, you know, you can see my Joker shirt and vest, jacket, the Deadpool hoodie. Was one of my Ghostbuster uniforms. My other one's actually right here. There's a couple of pirate vests that I actually made. This is the undershirt I use for my Thor Ragnarok costume. That's the shirt for, actually both the shirts I use for Geralt of Rivia. My really cheap Star-Lord mask in the back. I got Mjolnir. I got my drawers filled with stuff that, you know, just cosplay supplies. I got my spirit trap, which I think is pretty freaking cool. I also got my PKE meter. I'm sorry, these things are awesome. This is the spirit one, so now it's just gonna go off. But hey, you know how it works. Here's also, this is Stormbreaker that I built for my Thor costume that I did at the Foxwood show a few months ago. I did the Avengers Infinity War Thor, but I made this out of foam, PVC piping. The vines are tinfoil wrapped with tape and painted, and the whole thing was plasti dipped, and yeah, it was. I carried it the whole time, and it's very lightweight, so I like the way it came out. Party City actually released a fairly decent Stormbreaker that you can use for your costume, but I don't know. I like mine. My Joker guitar. I actually got that from Six Flags. Oh, here's a good one too. My Michael Myers mask. All customized and a little bloody, but I'm still actually trying to find homes for some of my stuff. You know, it's a work in progress, but you know, it's coming along. So yeah, so there's my man cave or office or whatever you want to call it. Everybody seems to have a different name for them. I got my Dark Knight poster, Pulp Fiction poster, Hyrule puzzle my wife and I built, which was not, I didn't enjoy building that puzzle, but it's done, so I had to frame it, put it up, and hallelujah. There's a close-up of just some other things. So, but yeah, you know, here's my office. You know, like I said, you guys voted. You wanted to see it. I didn't really think anybody would care, but I got 100% vote for yes, so there you go. Here's where I spend a lot of my time. Here's where I play Red Dead Redemption and all the other great games that came out this year. I'm hoping to do another Con Artist. We've actually been talking about getting together to do Con Artist again because we haven't done one since April. So yeah, hopefully I'll have some news about that soon, and I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my office. So to all my cosplay friends, keep being awesome. To everybody else, follow me at Strolord on Instagram or Cosplay Stro on Facebook. I have a Twitter too that I don't use very often, but you know, it's Strolord, at my Stro Creep. So talk to you later.